and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse Lockdown Lowdown series. I am speaking with Nick Castleden, who's Managing Director of Apollo Consolidated. So Nick, you've got quite a healthy portfolio of projects over in WA. Most of it centred around Kalgoorlie. I won't go into too much detail because people have tuned in to listen to you speak. So could you just sort of give us a bit of an idea of what's happening in all these different areas?
Yeah, certainly, Wally. And it's good to have a chat in these lockdown days. I'm locked in my office here in Perth at the minute, but we've got guys in the field, and there's a drill rig still going at Rebecca Discovery. It's 150 kilometres east of Kalgoorlie. We were actually in an unusual position that we put out a 1 million ounce maiden mineral resource only a month or so ago, from a set of discoveries that were made from the periods of 2017 through to now. And we're pretty excited because they don't come along very often that close to Kalgoorlie. It's a virgin discovery, certainly the central component of the deposit was a long way from being a discovery when we took on the ground, and through drilling we've got ourselves to a position at the main Rebecca deposit where there's, I think it's 775,000 ounces at a gram and a half, so 1.3 grams in our maiden resource. Now the important component of that is that we constrained it to pit shells, so we don't even talk to gold ounces that lie outside of shells, and that's a sort of conservative way of viewing the world with a fresh discovery, and we see plenty of potential to expand on and around and under those pit shells. So that's what the rig is.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My dog seems to be quite excited about what's happening at Rebecca too. So, having said that, now Rebecca's not the only skin in the game out there at Kalgoorlie. You've got a few other prospects around there as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it is. We've sort of made a business model of picking up ground opportunistically along structural corridors, and in particular where there's a bit of soil cover and transported profile, and we see potential for the previous exploration to have not answered all of the questions. And so we've got a project called the Indi and another one at Larkin that cover these structural corridors and have plenty of undrilled, untested, it's greenstone terrain, it's classic goldfield stuff, undercover and in need of first pass geochemical drilling. That's what got us the success at the Lake Rebecca project, and hopefully we'll tap into some of those more greenfield projects with a aircore rig or a RAB rig at some stage this year. But for the most part, our energy is going to be focused on expanding the 1 million ounces that we've brought to light at Rebecca.
All right, and okay, so that's pretty much the WA thing summed up, and you've also got a bit of action overseas on the Ivory Coast. So you're busy over there as well?
We're not busy. We were busy for a few years in the period sort of 2012 through 2017. We were exploring some very early stage greenfield ground in Ivory Coast, which has got tremendous exploration potential. We had some success, and we were, in a way, we were sidetracked by our own discoveries here in Australia. So we sold those assets we sold a royalty to. We sold the project and retained a royalty at the Segala project, and we have a free carried interest in a project with Exoro Resources, who are an ASX listed company, and they're busy exploring and look like they're on their way to building a resource base at the project we sold to them. Now, This week there was a scoping study completed on the royalty asset that puts a very substantial marker on value of that royalty for us. So I think over the next 12 months, those assets will become a little more visible in the value equation for the company.
All right. Well, even though I suppose you won't be travelling too much in these times anyway, so it's good to have the bulk of your interest locally, let's say.
Look, we've been lucky enough to make that shift back to Australia just at the right time, and the drill rig's still turning on site, and we have our teams going in and out of the field without any issues, which is a great result in these days. And we're well funded with a bit over $16 million in cash to continue to build on the resources we've found. So I think this year is actually going to be shaping up quite well for us, all things considered.
All right. Oh, great. Well, no doubt we'll keep an eye on things and keep an eye on all the announcements coming out so that we can bring all the news to all our readers and viewers here at the Resources Roadhouse. So Nick Castleden, thank you very much for being part of the Resources Roadhouse Lockdown Lowdown.
Absolute pleasure, Wally, and good to talk to you.
Cheers. Thank you very much.